So my kitchen table has definitely seen better days. It is absolutely vintage. And yeah, we will be giving it a lovely refinish this summer. But in the meantime, I would like to have a nicer looking table. And I've only got these 3 placemats. There is one missing there, as you can see. And these are definitely not looking so fabulous anymore. So yeah, I think at the very least, I shall grab some new placemats and let's see what that's going to look like. That looks so much better. A much nicer improvement, just switching out for some new red placemats, which actually look fantastic with my lovely curtains and my bright orange wall there. I will be sharing very soon the very intense before and after of our new property here, and I shall also link down below to the kind of sneak peek at how horrible it was when we first moved in. But yeah, in the meantime, I scored this adorable little Lazy Susan at the thrift shop, and it was only like $1, so that's great. But it is, of course, boring and plain for me. So let me know down below if you have any ideas for how I can kind of fancy it up, and if you would also like me to share the tutorial for what I do. I was thinking maybe to paint some bright and colorful, kind of folksy, artsy fartsy flowers or something all around the outside. But yeah, you let me know what you think. And now finally we can move on to what I'm gonna do with these placemats that are no longer needed on the table anymore.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.
For this awesome made out of what project, you'll need a straw placemat that is quite sturdy but bendable at the same time, a zipper, your glue gun, and some cool little bits and bobs to decorate your final result. So the first thing you want to do is check if your placemat has a definite kind of wrong side and right side. And mine absolutely does, because you can see here where the last bit of kind of straw loop was stitched on here. So I have to make sure that this is going to be on the inside of my little bag that we are making. Yes, finally I have revealed we are making an adorable little straw clutch bag. So I think I want to have this kind of end stitched part here on the bottom, and then that way I know it's going to be super secure. And let's see if that's going to work. Yes, it is down here. That's great. Okay. Next, I'm going to grab my zipper. Now, it really doesn't matter how long your zipper is, as long as it is not longer than half of your placemat. And I'm just going to kind of center it on the top edge. I mean, this is round, so there's, you know, not a super duper definite top edge, but we'll do what we can here. And pin it in place, making sure that I have the right side of the zipper to the wrong side, the interior side of the placemat. When I'm stitching on like just about anything, I guess I kind of half-ass things and I eyeball things a lot. I don't do a lot of measuring, which again is proof that, you know, anybody can upcycle and refashion. I am absolutely not a trained professional at all. I've just been doing this for a really, really, really long time, and I love doing it. And yeah, you don't have to be super perfect. Ouch. Poked my finger all the time with everything. You know, you can just kind of do the basic pinning on the end of your zipper and then go ahead and stitch it on. And of course, because this is like a straw placemat, I'm going to have to very carefully stitch along my zipper, and I'm just going to kind of hold it in place while I'm stitching instead of faffing about with a whole bunch of pins all along here. So once you have one side of your zipper stitched on, then you can unzip it. And actually, now that I am seeing this, it would have been a lot easier if I used a zipper that, you know, comes apart totally, and then you can do each side individually and then just zip it up. But whatever, this is an upcycled zipper that was from something else at one point, so let's just make the best of it. So now I'm going to fold this in half with the right sides facing, and just make sure that my zipper here is gonna kind of nicely go across to the other side. Yes, yes, it is. Okay, now clearly I can't really do this very end bit right now, so I'm going to hand stitch that on once I'm done with the machine with this main part of the zipper. So first I am going to put it on and stitch as much as I can along here, which actually that's pretty good. It's just the very end that I'm going to have to hand stitch. So yeah, I'm going to go do that now. So I actually managed to stitch on almost all of this side of the zipper, so that's great. And I figured I do not actually have to do any hand stitching, because when I flip this right side out carefully, okay, like so. And now I'm going to do up my zipper here, and I can simply tuck this inside, and now I have to go and stitch up these kind of little open ends here, and yeah, that will stitch in that little kind of free end of the zipper. So I'm going to go do that on both sides. And la la, look at how it looks like a clam, actually, doesn't it? Especially with the pink zipper. Anyhow, sorry. My brain being weird again. So the zipper actually works very well. I am like so thrilled that this works, you know, because sometimes you have an idea in your head and you're just never sure if it's going to work, but it did. Okay. So now it is time to get decorating this lovely little straw clutch bag. And yeah, I'm not sure yet. Do I want to do like pom-poms and maybe some tassel-y trim or some crochet trim, or I have like this whole big bag of faux flowers that I have been collecting. But you know what? I'm actually, let's go with the pom-poms. Let's go with the pom-poms and the crochet or the tassel. Oh, we'll see. So now it's finally time to get decorating, and I went with the tassel and pom-pom combo. And yeah, I got my trusty glue gun here, so I am just going to stick everything down. I think I'll start with the pom-poms. So now all of my pom-poms are secure. I'm going to move on to the tassel. And isn't it nice how this has lovely lines to follow on this? So, you know, you don't have to worry that things are going to look wonky, because you're just going to simply follow the lines of your straw clutch. And how adorable is that? Now I have a lovely little finishing touch that I discovered in my pom-pom jar. And that is here. I found these two pom-poms, which clearly were already from something, like they were hanging on something, because they both have these little chains on them. So I was thinking to add to the zipper. But I think, yeah, let's go with the purple one, because it's adorable and it matches and looks, yeah, super sweet. So I'm going to put that on. So I have gone and grabbed a little jump ring. Now, I never buy this kind of stuff because I save it all. And I have my ancient old, I guess this is kind of vintage now, isn't it? These kind of film containers. So I keep all of my little bits of jewelry findings safe in my cool little film container. Okay, so now let's put this on. Just want to use a sturdy jump ring here and pop it through the existing little chain on there. And if I can get my zipper in position, then pop that through the little hole at the top of the zipper and close it up very tightly. And there we have it. Oh, that is so super cute. How awesome did this come out? This is another project that was great in my head, but the end result is now even better than I had imagined. And I seriously can't believe I managed to stitch a functional zipper onto this straw placemat, and it's sturdy and it's not going anywhere. I mean, how adorable. Plus, it is huge in here. This holds, wallet, keys, phone. It's fantastic. And it goes perfectly with my gorgeous vintage house dress that I scored last year, I think. And I haven't really worn it a lot because it's very, very maxi and I'm just not sure what to do with it. The pattern is gorgeous and yeah, should I turn it into a jumpsuit like I did with my tiger striped zipper house dress? I shall link the tutorial for you guys for that. Or I can do a two-piece top and skirt or top and shorts. I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless. What do you think? Let me know down below. And yeah, then I shall get on transforming my vintage maxi dress, which I now have the perfect clutch to wear with. And right before I forget, please do pop on over to my Patreon. I mean, there's loads of stuff over there that cannot be found anywhere else, like my mini courses and lots of Refashionista content that I create especially for Patreon. We do polls, you get discounts, you get my merch, which I have recently ordered and I shall have it soon so I can show you guys exactly what you're going to be getting. It is a sticker, a mug, a t-shirt, and a tote bag, so yay, I'm super excited to get mine. And yeah, as I always say, for more fab-free tips, tricks, and tutorials that, you know what, share them. They're free. Share them with your online circles and let's get everyone living a more eco-friendly, refashionista, sustainable, affordable lifestyle. And yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag.